Welcome to the second episode of the podcast Connected. And today in this episode, I'm going to talk about the invisible obstacles behind the visibility, money, and creation. Again, I'm going to talk from my lived experience and from my perspectives. This is a topic that I find very big because I think and feel that many people want money, many people want visibility, many people want create, or at least if you are listening to this, you want this. And of course, it's natural. And my point of view is that this is here for everyone. Everyone should live in their abundant state. And for every single person, we are all unique. This abundant state means something different. Sometimes slightly different, sometimes very different. We simply, each and every one of us, we have our desires. We have something that what we need, what we want, what we desire, what we want to create, what we want to achieve, the money that we want to have, but not only financial abundance, but abundance of time, etc. And if we would put three people next to each other and ask them this question, every single one would say something slightly different, right? And my perspective and my opinion is that it should be literally a birthright for every single person to have that. And I also think, and I have this belief, that it is possible for everyone. Everything that we want, that what we desire, is actually our true potential. That is something what we carry inside, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to imagine it, to want it, to go after it. We go after what we are carrying inside of you, so that is our inner potential. And that is something what we want to achieve because we feel it, we carry it inside of us. And the obstacles that are between living it and only carrying it or desiring it are invisible. Why are they invisible? Because they are not the strategies. They are not about knowledge or educations. Of course, at some point, if you want to do something, you need to learn something, but it's not the real obstacle. The real obstacles are invisible, and those are limiting beliefs. And they are invisible because they are subconscious. So we are not even aware of them. We have to get to the state where we can be aware of them, because that's the first step, how to start dissolve them or rewrite them and change them so that we can go towards what we want, what we desire. And those obstacles are the real blocks. The real block isn't the right strategy, isn't the productivity hack, isn't the dream team, etc., etc. The real blocks that are there on our way to money, visibility, and creations are really invisible, and there are limiting beliefs. And they don't necessarily are even yours. They can be literally inherited from your family, so if I would take it from a very simple perspective, it is what we were raised with. What's the point of view on the money, or about earning money, or how much money do we earn? Where are our invisible ceilings? Because we might want to have certain amount, but we might have an invisible ceiling at a much, much, much lower level that we are not aware of because of those limiting beliefs. So you might have the greatest and amazing strategy how to make $1 million, but if you are having certain limiting beliefs and your ceiling is at 10K, you're not gonna get through that wall. Or if you earn that amount, if you achieve that, you will lose it pretty quickly, because you will be coming back to your ceiling. That's why many people, or most, or maybe all of them that win the lottery, they kind of lose it in a way very quickly, because their ceilings are not set up for such a huge amount. So the real obstacles we need to work with are the invisible ones. And it's also behind the visibility and creation. Because we might want to create something, but what is blocking us is what we believe about ourselves. It comes down to shrinking ourselves, people pleasing, making ourselves smaller, not believing in ourselves, tying our self-worth to the outcomes outside that we were conditioned to, because we were conditioned since we were born by the family, by schools, by society to different things, and those are not necessarily what we really want. So basically we need to get through the layers of the conditioning to find out who we truly are, what we truly want, so that we can follow our true self, our true desire, what is there. And on this way, we will find the limiting beliefs that are there, conditioned from outside. Because I can tell you, I have the vision, or I had the vision, I had the calling always. I was going after my things. Totally. I was in that belief that they are right. But what was always limiting me there wasn't the strategy I was mastering, strategy, structures, being efficient, and so on and so on. What was always the break there, the boundary, the wall that I was hitting, was certain limiting belief. And unless you are able to work with those limiting beliefs, you will keep hitting those boundaries. You might want to be visible or go viral on social media, but when you feel fear, tension in your body completely cramped together, once you hit the post and you are in that expectation, what's gonna happen next, who's gonna like, how many likes, and all that, that's the survival mode in the body, the dysregulated nervous system. That's not a place where you can build a huge platform of followers. You have to regulate yourself to overcome those obstacles to actually get to the place where you want to get. Also, being visible means that you need great emotional resilience, because being visible means that you will be judged. You will always be judged, for a very simple reason. Every single person is looking at everything from their own perspective. From every single person is slightly different. Always. Therefore, there will be always judgment. And as long as you are managed by the outside circumstances, managed by the opinions of others, it will never be really you. It will never be really yours, because it will always dysregulate you. And if you will want to do it that way so they don't judge you, it means you are not doing it your way. It means that you are people pleasing. It means that you are watering down yourself. It means that you are not believing in yourself. You are not firm enough. So it always comes down into that limiting belief structure that you have to dissolve, overcome, override, and rewrite and rewire. And this is not a woo-woo. This is a literally science. This is how you can work with your brain. And the best part is that it can be done with pretty simple things in daily life. But this episode is not about that. This episode is about being aware of this part, because that's where the real change starts. First of all, you have to be aware. You have to be aware of those beliefs. You have to start being more and more present and aware in your day, so that you can catch those beliefs, so you can actually start seeing them. Oh, this one is here. Oh, that one is there. That's the very first step. As soon as you are aware of them, that is where the unhooking starts. And then you can work with them further. But the awareness is the very first step. So I find this topic super important, because this topic is simple on one side, because we can say it simply that it's the limiting beliefs that are the invisible obstacle on your way, on your path to visibility, money, and creation. It's as simple as that. The complicated part is there is work that needs to be done. But once you do that work, you can take the fruits out of it, you can be in the connected states, you can keep working with it, you can start creating from connection, you can make your money ceilings higher and bigger, you can make your visibility better, you can walk towards what you actually want, what you carry inside. So we are coming back to where I started this episode, is that what you are carrying inside, what you are seeing, your vision, what you are desiring, that's not a dream. That's your full potential waiting to be unlocked. And the keys are dissolving the limiting beliefs. And it's not about overnight miracle or doing one thing and it's done. Yes, it can be that some of them might be bigger and they will create a huge change and much bigger impact. Others might be maybe smaller. That's normal. But what I want to tell you here and share with you is you have to start walking, or you don't have to, it's of course your decision, but as soon as you start walking this path, they will dissolve one by another. They will start dissolving. You will start seeing them. You will see one, then you will see a second one. You'll start working with them. You'll know how. You will continue. And one day you will find yourself on a very good path already, living a very different life because you started walking towards that path. And being aware of this great key or set of keys that you need to unlock here, that is what's going to unlock your full potential and your path to the money, creation, visibility, and basically the life that you want. So this is it. This is what getting connected in real life looks like.